are in serious trouble. But if you feel like you don't have any power, you just say, oh, c'est la vie, why does it matter? What you have to understand is it is animating. It is the great contest of life to survive and to thrive and to build and to innovate. That's the good side of humanity that way outweighs the bad side. But when good men and women refuse to see the sirens, refuse to see the red flags, refuse to see the writing on the wall, the entire world slides deeper and deeper towards the abyss. And in the past, tyrannies would just fall via their totalitarian total oppression. It's the very nature of them. But now with the high-tech overlay, the GMO, the genetic engineering, the over-the-horizon predictive systems that are near crystal ball level of the Google/NSA, Microsoft, Apple interfaces, the elite have been given powers that to the ancients would be considered beyond anything Zeus could even imagine. They have Promethean fire squared, but they are the worst of our species. I don't care if they're communist Chinese elite, whether they're German elite, whether they are Mexican elite, whether they are U.S. elite, whether they are Israeli elite, whether they are Muslim elite, Arab elite, African elite. You have two different types of government. And a couple of years ago, I first said this to Dinesh D'Souza, and then I said it again to him when he was on a few months ago, and I was listening to Fox News driving back from dropping my son off at camp in East Texas. I was driving back to Central Texas last night, and I was listening to different news channels on XM, and I was listening to Huckabee, and he had Dinesh D'Souza on, and Dinesh D'Souza said there are two types of government in the world. When you really boil it down, there are governments of innovation and wealth creation, and there are governments of conquest and oppression. And you can call it conquest, oppression, rule of gangs, whatever you want, that's tyranny. And then there's government by renaissance, government by innovation, government by wealth creation. And those were exact quotes of me being uttered by Dinesh D'Souza on Fox News. And by the way, I didn't get irritated at Dinesh D'Souza. He may not even know that those are quantified statements that I have coined based on many other people's research as well. I mean, we're all connected to each other. We all steal from each other. It was a great flattery to hear my words coming out of his mouth, as I do all over the place now. I don't personally even want the credit because it's dangerous to get it. I just sit back and smile in the dark alcove and look out into the street and see my understanding, which is basic rediscovery of Renaissance liberty understanding. I mean, I can read writings of the Founding Fathers. I can read writings of Alexander Solzhenitsyn. I can read writings of ancient philosophers, Cicero, who loved liberty. And it's everything I've thought, everything I've believed, because it's true. 2,000 years ago, 25 years ago, 100 years ago, a month ago, it resonates because it is veritas. It is truth. And that's why the system wants to suppress human liberty and wants to label tyranny as human liberty. So let us all awaken together, not even to the same truths, but to the truths that we share together that resonate in the human breast. And let's wake up to the fact that we are in headlong descent right now into the most dangerous period of human development. And then if we don't get serious and force a hardcore debate about the sirens that are going off right now, we're going to lose everything. And that's an understatement. We are going to lose our very free will. We are going to be torn apart by this technocracy whose dream is to deface and vandalize the human condition. And that's what tyrants do. But they're going to write it large with the entire scientific system behind it through compartmentalization. They have many of our best men and women working towards this goal, not seeing the big picture. I am here to get people to decompartmentalize and see the big picture for themselves, to take the red pill. One cannot be told about the Matrix, one must see it. The red pill, the red siren. We'll be right back with the big news. Stay with us.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day. Unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Alex Jones here for Infowars.com. In the month of July, we have got giant specials on everything at Made-in-1776.com. The already discounted Made-in-1776 t-shirts are only $17.76. We have the new belt buckles that in only 2 weeks of sale are very close to selling out. There's only 500 of each. We're talking about Made in America belt buckles in nickeled brass. This is more than a summer blowout special. This is a new declaration of independence. But to expand the InfoWar, we're offering the equivalent of more than 5 months free right now when you get a membership at PrisonPlanet.tv. For a limited time, only $39.95 a year. That's more than 5 months free off the regular price. Not just this July 4th weekend, but the entire month of July at Made-in-1776.com. Molon Labe, you can take my gun from my cold, dead hands.
Question: could too many GMO foods and toxins be overloading your digestive and immune systems? Answer: yes. If you're searching for a powerful detox that's gentle enough to use every day, use Pro-EM1 from Teraganix. Pro-EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic that uses good bacteria to suppress pathogens and gently eliminate toxins from your body. A healthy digestive system will cleanse and remove toxins, support weight loss, improve absorption of food nutrients, and aid in controlling yeast and other infections. Pro-EM1 is made with only non-GMO and certified organic ingredients, has no preservatives, and is dairy, soy, wheat, and gluten-free. Pro-EM1 is the key to your digestive health. Order Pro-EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Teraganix.com, spelled Teraganix.com, or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Also available through Amazon Prime. Pro-EM1 from Teraganix. Life's getting better.
Do you ever feel like you live in an alternate universe? As the stock market hits new highs, the middle class are dying. Manipulated financial markets and economic figures, chaos on our border, China and Russia bypassing the dollar. Life is getting ready to change. You need to prepare to thrive in the new economy. Go to babyboomerbackupplan.com or call 888-507-8789. That's 888-507-8789.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. I'm your host, Alex Jones, and we're here live. Back weeknights, 7 o'clock Central. InfoWars Nightly News. Dedicated to freedom and human dignity. Dedicated to taking tyrants and control freaks on, head on, and running them down. We are committed. We're going in, and nothing's going to stop it but the good Lord above. And I believe and know we have providence on our side, so keep those prayers coming, folks. We're all on this together. Again, on this Monday edition, I want to get into all the news, but looking at the big picture. The reason I tell you about the success of InfoWars a few times a week is because our success is your success. And the success of the new media is a boon to all of us. We are together. We are brothers and sisters, regardless of race, color, creed, religion, in the fight for human dignity and being honorable. That's really the only possession that matters in the final equation, is that, and of course family, and that's not a possession. That is part of the continuum of humanity. And we're all a family when you look at it in that context. And the system uses and manipulates the goodwill of good men and women to guilt us into going along with what they want us to do. And once they create a guilt complex in you as a young child, showing Watership Down, the rabbits dying because of a housing development being built, you hate your humanity and see yourself as a bad person for the rest of your life. And now you've got to go through the high priest of the controlled left to prove yourself with indulgences that you pay to them. You have to prove yourself through political correctness that you are sanctified. It's a new form of religion. It's the same thing with other systems of political correctness, racism. Why, if you don't support totally open borders, you're a racist. If you don't support Obamacare that hammers poor people and has death panels, you're a racist. If you don't support the state taking control of children, you're a racist. Again, these are all forms of henpecking you and bullying you and making you feel guilty when you've done nothing. And then you look at who's pushing these ideas. It's a bunch of Ford Foundation operatives. It's a bunch of CIA operatives. It's a bunch of social engineers. It's a bunch of FBI informants like Al Sharpton, shining us on to their agenda. Do you remember this lady, MSNBC host, compares illegal immigration opponents to race segregation advocates? Melissa Harris Perry. Call Watson, have him add the clip in the article with her last year saying your kids belong to the state, to quote all of us. During a segment on her Saturday show, the host likened Texas Governor Rick Perry's decision to send National Guard troops to the border to Arkansas governor's move back in the 50s to use Guard troops to prevent black children from attending Little Rock Central High School. By the way, it was a Republican Eisenhower that sent the troops in. And by the way, Rick Perry is a globalist on record. For anybody, I live here. I know Rick Perry personally. He's been on this show. He's come over and tried to get me to join forces with him at my table at La Nueva Leon Mexican food restaurant. I know Rick Perry. He sent his representatives to talk to me repeatedly. Okay, I know Rick Perry when he's been governor like 11, 12 years. And Rick Perry was a Democrat. Rick Perry used to be for gun control. But the point is, this is how they get conservatives to support him. This is how the bait and switch works. Perry is just going to send the Guard, who will then deliver the kids who are calling 911, that's in the Associated Press, to ICE, who will then legalize them. They're set this month to issue 5 million work permits. Obama has announced that they will allow basically anyone to overstay their visa. That is if you're from Latin America. If you're Chinese or you're Czechoslovakian or you're Russian or you're South African, you are not getting to overstay your visa. I know the skilled labor people that are kicked out of the country. Again, it's very sophisticated, folks. But if you're literally unwashed, and that means no education, no future, have mental illnesses, criminal records, handicapped, baby, you're here. Rahm Emanuel says, come to Chicago. Chicago's already in collapse. Why would they want that? Because they want to accelerate it and have a permanent group that they can exploit and control that is literally owned by them. And it's only beginning. This is the end of America. And of course, they always use a number like 1,000. How about 100,000? Again, that's a psych warfare. I know all the tricks. When we come back, We're going to play that clip of her saying that you're a racist if you don't want totally open borders. But you can't go to Guatemala and have your baby for free. Only America. This is the mind control of the political takeover.
We're
Stay
on the
with
march.
us.
The empire's on the run.